Hi everyone, we're gonna discuss one question today. It's about for loop. Loops are important. If you structurally learn the loop logic well, you can build program easily. In this part, we're gonna start with very easy introductory for loop question. Let's try to understand for loop structure in the following lesson.
So let's look at this question. What we can do, what we're gonna learn. And the output is gonna be something like that. And this time, I'm gonna discuss only one question. And before I start the question, I wanna show you something to simplify some steps. And when you work some projects at work, it's going to be easy for you to understand some steps because something is sometimes confusing for you. And if something happens to me, like if I work some kind of project which is so extremely confusing, then I simplify the questions and trying to imagine to summarize the question that I have. That's why I use these steps all the time. Let me explain. First of all, I read the question and trying to understand some key points. And when I look at the question, write a program that uses exactly 3 loops. So it's asking us the 3 loops. So let's encoding the steps. And this is the starting point that I just approach the questions all the time. First of all, I look at the question, what is asking me and what I can do to set up, build a program. Okay, 4 loops. It asks me to exactly 3 for loops. Okay, I need to create 3 for loops. 15 halves. Okay, so this is kind of a process that I use all the time when you encounter more complex questions in the future. In the following classes, in the following questions, this will be so helpful for you. Simplifying method or encoding method, whatever you call. Okay, guys? Okay, so we simplify the question. What we can do, we can start to resolving the question. It says exactly, I need 3 for loops. Okay, let's start for the first 4 loops. For I in range. And it says 10a, it should be 10a, so the range should be 10, right? So I can write the print a 10 times. So what we learn is the end given the output side by side, right? So let's try this one first, and we can see what a is not. Okay, yeah, it's a is string, right? We have to use quotation mark. I'm sorry, I forgot. Enter. So this time a is given. You can just delete the space here. You can see the 10 a's here. Okay, we got the first for loop, and then we can create the next for loop. Next for loop is, it says that 5 followed by BCD, 5 BCD copies. Okay, for I in range 5 and print BCD 5 times. BCD 5 times. We're gonna use AND because AND, as I explained, side by side, giving the output to us. Let's add BCD. Okay, just want to say something before we continue. Indentation is so important. So all the time you have to use indentation, like 4 tabs space. If you don't use the indentation, Python doesn't work. Never ever doesn't work. So if you write the print right under the for loop, this print belongs to for loop. If you write print like this, it doesn't belong to for loop. It's belong to outside the for loop. Let's continue. I'm gonna explain the rest with the next steps. It says after 5 copies BCD, please write 1E. Okay, so if I write E here, E is going to be repeated 5 times because it says for I. So the I is going to be repeated 5 times to give output as the 5 repeated, 5 iteration. But I don't need 5e. I need only 1e. So if I need only 1e, then I am going to write e outside the for loop, like here. Okay, so I don't need another for loop for e because I need only 1e, not the repeated e. Okay, and the last one is the third for loop is going to be written for 15 f's, for I in range 15 times has to be repeated, and we need to write down the f 15 times with AND argument. Okay, let's run. Yeah, this is it. We resolve the question. This is the method we use, and we repeat it to some part, we don't repeat it to some part, and this is going to be the answer. So you can do the different method to take the output different way. It's up to you. Just try yourself and try find the different ways to resolve the questions. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and see you in the next class.